Hello, beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, wonderful people, and welcome to the Let Me Be Honest podcast. I done forgot my own intro, starring me, Soraya. Y'all, I'm tired. It took a lot for me to come on this microphone, but I'm here because we are staying disciplined, and I have goals that I want to reach. So I'm here. How are y'all? How are we doing? What's up? What's good? I'm doing really, really well, y'all. I'm doing really well. This week was a really good week. I would give my grade of the week I would give it an A. I would give it an A. Nothing bad happened. Nothing too crazy happened. It was just a regular week. Just going to work, doing a thing, trying to see if there was anything that I did this week. I don't think so. I literally just went to work and then that was that. My sister is moving back to college today, so I am helping her move in today. So that's going to be really fun. See my family and all that jazz. So that should be fun. What else? Is there any updates? I don't think so. How are y'all doing? How's life treating y'all? Also, I have this hoodie. I'll stand up so y'all can see it. If I can see it. It says Seek Jesus, and on the sleeves it says it as well. This is a really cool hoodie. Very comfy. I got it oversized, of course. I got it from a brand called Seek Jesus. They're a really cool company, small company. So definitely, look them up, see what they got. Definitely get some clothes from them. I'm definitely will be getting some more from them. It's super comfy, good quality. And it says Seek Jesus, my favorite guy or being. So yeah. So if you like this hoodie, definitely go check them out. I'll link them in the bio. But yeah, so today I wanted to talk about the power of influence. I think that we are in this time period where there is just so much information coming to us at once. There's so many ideas and conspiracies and identities and lifestyles just thrown at us all at once, and we are becoming easily influenced, including me. It was really a mind, I don't know the right word. It really opened my mind or opened my eyes this week when I kind of realized how much I was on TikTok. And TikTok is a great app. I love it. And it's very informational. I learn a lot from that. However, it's just become such a distraction to my productivity. I definitely feel like I can be doing a lot. And I go back and forth, I go back and forth because, you come home from work and you're just so tired. You just want to relax. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat my food, eat my lunch, watch some TikTok, relax for a little bit. But next thing you know, it's been 4 hours. It's been a lengthy amount of time. And that time could have been used to be productive in something else. Even though I just want to relax and I guess it just goes back and forth. But I think whenever you have specific goals in your mind, there is a time and a place for being on your phone, and a time and a place for being productive. So I think it definitely opened up my eyes this week on how much I am on my phone. And I gotta change that. And it's hard because I'm a content creator. So it's not like I can just delete all my social medias and like just be chilling, because this is where I do all my projects and everything like that. I use TikTok for my hair, I use Instagram for my hair, for my personal life, my podcast, like it's so, I'm a very online person. So I have to just find the balance of being able to say, okay, like it's time to put down the phone, and it's time to be productive, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's recording a podcast, whether that's recording hair content, so it's going to be hard, definitely. I try to put that time limit, and I just press ignore every single time. And that's very frustrating, because like the more I think about it, the more I've realized that maybe I'm not as strong as I thought. Maybe that's kind of depressing, but I can be, I don't know. I feel like I've just been so in tune to what my body needs that sometimes I just don't allow myself to push my body to its limits. So if I feel like, okay, like I'm very proud of myself right now, because I went out and I got some stuff from the store, and I got back. I was like, I just want to take a nap. I want to take a nap. And I was, usually what I would do is I would listen to my body, and I'm like, okay, like let's take a nap. But I knew that if I was going to take a nap, that was going to be like a 2-3 hour nap. Let me not say 2-3 hours. I don't be, let's say 1 to 2 hour nap. And then by that time, my parents will be here, and there will be no time for me to record this podcast. So sometimes you really have to, just like, this goes great with like this verse saying that your flesh is weak, your heart is deceitful. Like, yes, this is what we're living in. Yes, you do need to take care of it, but you have to be stronger than your flesh desires. You have to be stronger than your flesh desires, because they can be very deceiving. Point in case, I am very impulsive. I've also realized that about myself these past couple weeks. If a thought comes into my head, it's really hard for me to ignore it. Like, if I want some wings or chicken, even though I know there's food at home, like that thought is in my head. Like, I want some chicken. I want some chicken. I want some chicken. And then I always give in. Like 98% of the time I give in. And I give in to like other serious matters as well. Like some habits that I'm trying to stay away from. But if I have that impulsive thought, I'll give in 90% of the time. And I don't know. It's kind of like, I just have to be able to fight against my flesh and fight against those desires that I know are not beneficial to me. And work on that discipline, and work on, like allowing my body to grow by pushing it to its limits. And just like the gym, like if you continue to do those same workouts with no weight, with no type of, push to be better, you're never going to see results. Or with your diet, if you are going to the gym, but you are continually eating out every single day, like you're not going to see results as well. So sometimes you really just have to be like, okay, look, I know I'm tired. I know I am wanting chicken, or I know that I want to watch that video, or I want to do that thing, or I want to go, do whatever out into the city. But like that's not going to elevate you in the way you want to see yourself, then you really have to understand that you got to say no sometimes, and you have to push your body to do what, you want it to do. So just remember that your flesh is very weak and your heart is deceitful. So you have to be able to distinguish those two and understand and listen to the Holy Spirit and listen to your goals and how you see yourself in the next 10 to 15 years and be like, okay, like in order for me to get to this point, I have to stop these actions. And going back to influence, another verse is we are in this world, but we are not of this world. And that is something that I always try to remind myself, is that we are in this world, but we are not of this world. Just because we are in it does not mean that we get to do whatever we want just because we're in this world. You have the option to, and you have the choice to. But once you're really in tune with your body, and once you really open your eyes to like how spiritual this world is, and if you're a believer in God, once you start a relationship with him, you're going to understand that everything that people do, you do not have to do them as well. Or everything that people do does not always benefit you as well. And not to say that everything that everyone else does is bad for you, is not good. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, if you, this is a random example, but say drinking. I drink, but I know that it's harmful for my body to get drunk, you know? So I try not to get drunk because I know that that's literally poison for your body, and it's not the best for your health as well. Literally, I hate hangovers, y'all. I hate hangovers. Like, and so that's another reason why I just cannot get like super drunk anymore, because like it's just like I feel the poison in my body. So just like that's one example. Or for example, music. I have really like dissected and reflected on the type of music that I listen to. Any music that, you know, promotes the devil or demons or anything like that, where I know that is not of me at all, I don't listen to. And I listen to secular music. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying like if I'm listening to these lyrics and they are completely like evil lyrics, then I cannot listen to. So there's certain artists that I don't listen to because I simply do not want to allow that energy into my life. Same with different movies. I cannot watch horror movies, anything to do with spirits or the devil or anything like that, because that literally can be an access to those negative energy and spirits coming into my life. So I try to live in a most positive light, because I know that I am in this world, but I'm not of this world. And again, like, the beautiful thing about God is that he's given us all a choice. So this is my choice that I've decided to do, you know, and it doesn't mean that that is a excuse to judge others. That's not an excuse to look down on others. That's not an excuse to, you know, expect that same thing from everyone else. And that's not it. This is my personal life, and I want to live in a positive light. And I want people, whenever they interact with me, I want them to see that positive light. I want them to see God through me. I want them to be able to experience love and peace and joy. And so I try to, whatever is in my life, I try to make sure that they are positive. But again, y'all, it's so hard because there are so many things that I still struggle with trying to figure out if this is right or if this is wrong. I still struggle with, I'm a very petty person. So sometimes if I feel a certain way, I can allow my attitude to get in the way of a more mature way to look at it, if that makes sense. And so I'm not saying that you have to be perfect, because I am not perfect at all. But I'm saying that, and that's another beautiful thing about God, because he knows that we are not perfect. He's not expecting you to live a perfect life. I always say, like, the number one thing that I always try to do is love others. And it's hard because even like in this season that I'm in, trying to live in a more positive way, it's super hard to, it's a lot of pressure on me, because I feel like I have to be perfect. I feel like I have to be perfect in order to please God. And I have to continue to remember that that is not who he is. He is a God of love, and he's a God of peace, and a God of mercy. And he, as long as you love him and love others and love yourself, and you will be beautiful in the eyes of him. That's what I believe. And so I try to do that myself. But I do really think that people need to have a lot more grace towards other people. And I do think that we need to give love to everybody. We need to show love to everybody. And we need to, make people feel welcome. So that's what I try to do. That's what I want my life to look like. That's what I want the people around me to look like. It's just more positive. So yes, that is basically what I had to say. My jewel of the week would what would my jewel of the week be? There's a couple of things. I have a couple. One is to treat others with love, because you never know what people are going through. And two would be to really self-reflect on your life and cut out what is negative and bringing you negative energy in your life, whether that's people, music, TV, whatever it is. If it's bringing a negative side of you, cut it out. Another verse. By the way, I know verses, but I don't know I'm very bad at saying, Genesis, da 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 da. So I will put all the verses here. But, and because of that, I forgot the verse I was going to say. Oh, that's so annoying. If I remember it, I'll put it in there. What was I saying? Oh, that's what verse was. And God can be very extreme in the Bible, so please take this with a grain of salt. And he does not literally mean what I'm about to say. But he does say, if one arm is causing you to sin, it's better to cut it off. And obviously, I mean, I do not promote you cutting your arm off literally. But what he was saying is that if there is anything negative or anything that's causing you to sin, if there's anything that should not be in your life, cut it out. It's better to cut that thing out than spend the rest of your days, living in sin. So yeah, do that. But yeah, I think those are my jewel of the weeks. I'm going to go take a nap now because I'm really sleepy. But I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all are blessed. Stay positive. And go get this hoodie. All right, I'll see y'all next week.